All right, so I'm just here with Timmy, and we're gonna be letting him out of the crate here. And I wanted to make a little video here to show his owners how they can use his obedience and the training we've done so far to just get him around the house and stuff like that, keeping up with our commands and our structure within the house to make sure he stays on top of his game, especially in the first few weeks that he's home. Hey, guys, shh. We have some whiners today. Especially in the first few weeks that he's home, we're staying really diligent with the structure and the training and the use of commands inside the home and outside the home to make sure things stay successful for us. So I'm going to give him a down command. Timmy, down. Good. Now what we're doing here is we're going to give him commands. So we're going to use like down command, come command, release cues, sit cue, and stuff like that. And every time we give one of these commands or cues, if the dog does not immediately perform the command, we're just going to tap on our remote collar on the black S button here at a level that he finds sufficiently motivating. We'll start at about a level 6 and we'll bump it up from there. We'll actually probably start at like a 10 for Timmy and then bump it up from there. And so if I give a command, like in this instance, the down command, he did it right away. So there's no reason to apply the remote collar stimulation or the correction, if you will. And so I didn't need to use it there. But if I gave the down command and he just sat there or moved outside of the crate, I would mark with a no and I would correct. If he moved out of the crate, I would mark with a no and correct. If he doesn't do the down command, if he doesn't do a specific command, so if I ask him to down and he does not lay down, I can just tap on the button. I don't even need to mark that with a no. I can simply just tap on the correction there after giving the command if it looks like he's not going to be successful with it or not doing the appropriate thing. So I'm going to get up here, and if he gets up too, he's going to get a no and a correction because he's not supposed to get up just because I do. We're waiting for either a release cue or a recall command. So I'm going to give him a recall. Timmy, come. Good boy. Timmy, sit down. Sit down. I'm not too particular with that with Timmy here. He prefers his downs. Now, I gave that recall command, and so I want him to come and stay within my area here, right? And so if I recall him and he ignores it, I say come, and he ignores it, I'm going to tap on the stimulation again and give a correction for that. When we give that recall command, we do hit the tone button as well. So I'm saying, Timmy, come, tapping on the T button on my remote collar to give that tone recall. So we're going to keep, no. So he's supposed to stay there, right? Because I didn't give him a come command. He was laying down. He should have stayed in that down position because I gave him that down command. And so unless I recall him or ask him to heel with me, he's supposed to remain in command. And if he doesn't, if he tries to follow me as I move through the room here, I give him a no and a correction. So Timmy, come. Good boy. Sit. No. Good. Timmy, heel. No. Heel. So there, he's wandering off to look for some food. So just going to give a correction for that the moment I see him wandering off to go search for stuff, whether it's food on the ground or toys laying around, going into a room and jumping on the couch or jumping onto a person. All of those things are things that we need to correct. That's just poor impulse control. He's supposed to be in that heel command. He decided he wanted to get distracted and move over there. Timmy, heel. So when that happens, we're going to make sure we're correcting that. We want to make sure he's also staying nice and calm moving up these stairs. Heel. Good. Very good boy. That was very impressive, actually. That's perfect. Timmy, come. Now, I don't actually have a place button here, so we're going to actually heel. Just heel him around here for a few minutes. Heel. Sit. No, sit. Good. Timmy, heel. Good. And so with that heel command, he's expected to follow me. Same with going down the stairs, following beside, not rushing down the stairs. Heel. Good boy. No, heel. Making sure he's not anticipating which direction we're going. If he does, I'll just tap on that remote collar as soon as he steps out from that heel position. Good. Heel. I'm just giving that heel command each time I stop and start moving. And you can see here, no, he's moving with me very, very well. He's sticking with me. So here what I got is my place bed. I'm going to pull this out. We should have this upstairs, but this is okay in here too. So now, sit. Good. He's got a bad habit with that. Sit, he just lays down. I'm okay with that. Just say down if you prefer. Timmy, place. Good. Good job, Timmy. Timmy, down. Good. He defaults into that down very, very quickly. And you know what? That's okay with me because he doesn't do it at inappropriate times for the most part. If I ask him to sit and he decides to lay down, I am okay with that in this instance. We're going to let him get away with it. So now he's on this place bed. So with the place bed, he's expected to stay there just no matter what's kind of happening in the environment. If I open and close the door, if I walk out of the room, if I go into a different room and do something, I should come back to find him in that same spot, although that will take some practice, especially when he comes home to you. So he is quite fluent with the command here, but what we like to do when the dogs go home is we like to set up different scenarios and whatnot that we can put the dog through, where we can test them, basically test how reliable the command is. So putting him on the place bed, knocking on the doorbell, having guests and stuff come in slowly, throughout the days that he gets home, kind of thing. Maybe not throwing that all at him at once, but starting slow with the stuff in the home, people coming in and out of the house, kids running around, other animals, whatever, moving around while he's on the place bed, sitting and just watching a movie for a couple hours on the couch while he's again on his place bed out of your space and relaxing, and using it when you're doing simple activities too, like cleaning, cooking, eating your meals. Use your place bed for that stuff. If you're doing office work at home, have Timmy right there with you on his place bed, right? Just use these commands as best as you can here. So as you can see, we're healing him through the house, bringing him to the place bed, putting him on the place bed. Timmy, break. I can give him a release cue. That break cue means he's free now, so he's allowed to roam around wherever he wants. I'm not even going to correct much sniffing or anything either, unless he goes for something inappropriate. But once I give him another command, like, Timmy, come, sit, down, he's expected to do those commands immediately, right? He's expected to come out of that break cue and go right back into command. So heel. Give him that heel command. Again, I'm just going to tap on that tone button when I give that heel command. And what we're going to do, we're going to practice some healing through the house here. Heel. No. Good. So you can see there, he started to get ahead, so I gave him a no. Tap on that e-collar there, and he backed right up and came into the perfect spot. He's doing so good with this. Heel. Just that sit and down command that needs a little bit more work still, but that's something that can be easily addressed using a leash. And this is all off leash, of course, so we will recommend the owner, you guys use the leash for the first... Timmy, no, sit, down. For the first week or so, for the first few days at the very least, using this leash to make sure you're enforcing these commands with both the e-collar and leash pressure. Really important that you provide the guidance to the leash when he comes home. Timmy, heel. Good. Down. We do not use a stay command. I don't mind if a stay command is used by the owners, but we don't use a stay command here. We just give the command and it's no. It's an implied stay. If he gets up, we say no and we apply that correction at that point. Good. Timmy, break. Good job, buddy. And that's the break cue, so he's free to roam around the house, although I have the expectation that he will follow me still and be respectful. We're at the door here, so, if we come up to the door, we obviously will make him wait. Sit. Timmy, good. Sit, and then correcting on the e-collar until he goes into that sit or down. Again, if I have the leash on here, I can fix that real easily just by giving him that sit command and then making him go into that sit through leash pressure. So if I apply his leash here, put his leash on, Timmy, sit. Sit. Good. We can just pull him up into that sit. No, sit. And enforce that command instead, right? Again, no, sit. I'm not too particular on that. As you can see, he prefers the down, but it's one of those things where it's if you give that command, holding him accountable for it is definitely something you want to do. So again, just using that down command if you need to instead of that sit command if you find it's a bad habit, but using the leash to break him of that habit is important here. So Timmy, going out the door here, sit. Good. When I give that sit command with the leash on, if I really want to make it reliable too, I can just apply some gentle upward pressure on that leash and get him to get into that sit there without much trouble or fuss. So I'm gonna open the door now. Doorways, thresholds, this is what we call them. Good opportunity to practice your impulse control, right? Timmy, break. And now we can head out for our walk. And we know what the behavior on the walk looks like, so I'm gonna end the video here and we will have a separate video for his walks here too. So hope that was helpful for you guys, seeing how we should take him throughout the house and stuff and seeing how well he can do throughout the house. Again, just setting yourself up for success with that, using your place command and setting up different distractions and scenarios. And even setting up like different control experiences, like people coming and knocking on the door, have a family member or a friend come over and knock loudly on the door, come in, baby talk them. And you're just using those opportunities to correct, hey, Timmy, sit, to correct for any unwanted behavior. No, sit. Good. Again, just applying that pressure for the sit. Timmy, break. Good job.